My name is James Williams Jr. and this is Kung Fu Epic number 2. And this is part 2 about school bullying. You know, a lot of problems with schools is the simple fact that there is no desire to get bad kids out of the building. That's where the problem goes wrong. When you have kids in school who want to learn, who want to be there, who want to get to graduate, who want to go to college, they want to make something out of their lives, and they can't because some asshole has their children that they have not raised right, doing whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want, and the teachers and the school board refuse to acknowledge that bullying exists. There was a TV show in the 90s called Vanishing Son. One of my favorite actors was in it. His name was Russell Wong. One of the lines from his TV series made the ultimate point. So I'm going to give you that lie. Someone was talking to him and his brother, and they just got off the boat, and something happened. They did some shit, they did some fighting, and they saved some lives. They saved the life of a triad son who was half-breed. It was Marcus Chong. And the line was, all it takes for evil to succeed is for good people to stand by and do nothing. I have based my life on not doing nothing, which is why I'm making this second part of this first video with the man, Mr. Haynes, whose child was bullied in a Phoenix, Arizona high school. You know, they say trouble starts at home. So these two people that bullied this one girl, you guys must really be proud of yourselves. Your parents must really be proud of you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I find out my kid's a bully, they ass getting whooped. And I don't give a fuck what the cops say. I don't give a fuck what the school board says. And you can get me for abuse because I'm going to bring my kid right to that school, pull their damn pants down bare-assed, and whoop them in front of their victims so that they would know how that shit feels to be bullied. So if you're one of my children and this is like you're born and you're probably watching this and I'm like maybe 60, I'm not bullshitting. I will come to school with my cane and whoop your ass if you're bullying people, because I was a victim of bullying more than most of my life. From like the 2nd grade to the 12th grade, I was bullied through school. No bullshit. Even though I knew karate, I couldn't fight at school because I was scared of my mama. His almighty ass whooping did not play. But in school, I knew I was there because my mom and my dad, they told me they never really got to graduate. And they said, James, you better graduate from high school. You ain't got to make it through college, but at least get through high school. Because that diploma, it might not hold up to shit nowadays, but you got through high school, which is more than what most people of color get through. Most people of color are lucky if they make it to high school. And I don't mean if they die before their time, but just because of the simple fact that young people of color, I'm sorry, we're just stupid. I said it because nobody else has the balls to say so. We're stupid. You have one commodity in every generation that wants to succeed, especially when they come from a family of failures. Someone's got to succeed. Where other people, on the other hand, just want to do the black thing. Let's all just be black. Let's just do what everybody else is doing because they're black. Now, I don't know if this works for Asians. I don't know if this works for white people. But for black people, oh, I want to be a rapper. You got to have better dreams than that. Even rappers will tell you, I stumbled into this by sheer fucking luck. I can write some words that rhyme. But that ain't how you get there. How you get there is people actually like the stuff that you spit. And if they don't, well, it's just like my acting career. It's non-existent. But here's the thing, there's always a chance. You can never give up on your dream, but you still have to live in reality. And you have to work until you get to the point where the stars line up and everything works out for you. Now, as for young people of color doing what everyone else doing what you watch too much TV. This is probably not the best example. This thing is called a book. Pick it up. Read. Get off the tablets. Sit down and actually read. And yeah, they have digital books. Okay, so fucking what? Still a digital book. Get a book. A held hand, honest to God, true, a book. Now, I pulled up that Marvel's Inhumans versus X-Men thing because if it wasn't for comic books, I wouldn't know how to read. But the thing is, X-Men dealt with bullying. In fact, Marvel, I know for sure, has had many of comic books to teach you how to deal with bullying. Some of them have gotten me through some hard ass nights, you know, because when I was bullied at school, there have been plenty of times where I wanted to come home and just kill myself, you know, just end it all because I was already having a rough life at home. It wasn't so bad, but it wasn't like great. All my siblings were treated better, yeah, that kind of thing. And those things do weigh on children. They do. Trust me, they do. Just because you don't see the stress doesn't mean it's not happening. And then I got to go to school where I got like 15 guys that just want us to beat my ass for no reason. I never bothered them, never said nothing to them. People from the projects that we never got to fight, and they just ain't got nothing better to do than just be dumbasses. Granted, most of my bullies were black kids. Don't like light-skinned brothers. Don't like half-breeds. My hair is better. I didn't ask to be born in this family. If I had it my way, I'd have been born full-blooded Cherokee, would have never met none of these damn people. Problem solved, for the most part. But who's to say I wouldn't have been bullied at the damn reservation? You can't avoid destiny. You can only drive through it, and try to alter it as much as possible to your acceptability. But the thing is, when we don't teach our kids right from wrong, they won't do right because sometimes doing right ain't the easiest thing to do. I just had this speech not too long ago. I had it with my mom, and I've had it with lots of other people. That was my Army hat. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Don't do the right thing when it's the easiest thing to do. And I'm sure you guys have seen this movie called Showdown Over Tokyo with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren and Tia Carrere. Well, that's where that came from. But the thing is, before that, I watched a TV show called Vanishing Son. I didn't have any friends. I had those comic books, I had toys, and I had TV. Because nobody really wanted to do anything with me. I had Kung Fu. No one wanted to be my sparring partner. So, well, who wants to get kicked in the face? So, you have to look at that in a logical sense. Yeah, well, I don't know karate, so why do I want to spar with this guy? I don't want to be his punching bag. I understand that completely. But you see where my friendships were. My only real friends were my comic books and my G.I. Joes, my Transformers, and things like that would never betray me and never lie and laugh at me. And I could play with those things for hours. I wish I could still go back and play with them. I still have them, but at 44 years old, I don't want to be caught playing with toys. So, I may have to go back to that because it was very therapeutic. Except for I had to do a lot of talking to myself. Outside of that, well, still kind of talk to myself. But, um, now we have therapy known as PlayStations and stuff. And they have therapeutic animals and all this other stuff. Man, I don't like taking care of my nephew's dog. I'll be damned if I'm going to get anything outside of a goldfish and an algae eater, so I don't have to take care of that very much. But also, I don't have my own home. So not having your own home kind of limits the things that you can really do for yourself or by yourself. Now, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, you best believe I'm buying myself my own home without question, without remorse. I'm buying my own home, and I'm not going to be fucking around. Anyway, so, when it comes down to bullying, are we ever really safe? More than likely, we're not. I took martial arts for all the wrong reasons. I'm not going to lie about that shit. I'm going to keep it 1,000. I didn't take martial arts because I couldn't fight. Oh, believe me, I could fight. I've been fighting since I was 6 years old. It's the only fucking thing I've ever been good at in my lifetime. Took me a while to get there. I'm not going to say I never had my ass beat, but it took me a while to get there. But once I started learning martial arts, the skies was the limit, and then nobody could fucking touch me. Now, I'm crippled. My hand game's still good. Don't know if I can't get my ass beat. Probably still can't get my ass beat, but I'm not willing to take that chance. But then again, if it comes down to a he or me situation, it's going to be he before it's me, because I ain't got a problem fighting. The Army didn't make me no coward. If anything, the Army made me fucking reckless. But, as a person who was bullied all of his life, I don't handle threats very well. I understand this young lady confronted her bullies and didn't really work out for her in her favor. But to have no one in a crowd of all those people do absolutely nothing, say nothing, do nothing. They didn't identify the girls on the news and they blurred out her face, so she clearly was probably maybe 14 and in high school. I applaud this young lady for making a stand. No, fuck that. I salute this young lady for making a stand, and that's what we need. We need people who's willing to make a stand. She's army material. So I would honestly tell her father, Mr. Hines, you have a great daughter there. I advise you to send her to the army if she wants to go. If she doesn't want to go, I advise her to learn a martial art. If need be, if I have the money, I would fly out there and teach her myself. But I'm not going to teach no cookie cutter shit. I'm not going to teach her no MMA bullshit. I'm going to straight teach her traditional Wing Chun or Kung Fu or some shit that's going to be fatal so that no one will ever be able to do that to her ever again. My style is simple. It is the art of survival at all cost. Now, granted, I can't teach some of the things I know to some people because you don't want to teach a bully how to fight and make them more effective than they already are. A bully is just that. The last thing a bully needs to do is have martial arts under their fighting repertoire. It's like, yeah, now I know martial arts. I can give you some kind of death touch and I can fuck your shit up. Yeah, that's going to help. No, I don't want to teach bullies. This is why I only want to teach women and children. Now, I will teach boys. I'm not discriminating. But I stopped teaching boys at 15 because that's when the macho complex come in. Now, if they can have the macho complex and be in control, then I can teach them till they're like 20 years old because I want them to be better. Not fighters, but humans. I took martial arts so that I wouldn't get bullied. That didn't work out. And it wasn't because I didn't fight back. It was just because in school, um, I was more afraid of my mom than taking or giving an ass whooping. And that's the way it should be. You should always respect your mom. Even if she's not the best person on the planet, you should respect your mom. She didn't have to give you life. And some of us pray that we never had those parents. But they're here, you're here, there's nothing you can do about it now. You can't turn back clock. You can't go up to heaven and say, God, can I get a life do-over without this person as a parent? I'm pretty sure that if we could, most of us would. So, keeping it 100, you have options of making yourself better. When I was younger, when I was 6 years old, my uncles introduced me into street fighting. And unfortunately, I got good at it. I learned martial arts through schools for free. I learned martial arts through TV. And if it worked, I kept it. And if it didn't, I didn't. And then as I got older and I learned martial arts, I learned Taekwondo from the late Master Jim Ennis, who went way to samurai. God rest his soul and his family. And Taekwondo was different from freestyle karate and kung fu. So I combined them all. Never earned a belt. But when I found out what was required to earn a belt, I thought to myself, what a load of bullshit. Because a kick is a kick and a punch is a punch. I read this book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. I have it somewhere. And Bruce Lee says itself. A punch is a punch, a kick is a kick. And when you are surrounded by tradition, and I may quote the movie The Birth of a Dragon just came out with, tradition is a prison. And also, the chip on your shoulder is just extra weight. So I remember those, and I think more openly. And Bruce Lee was always saying, be like water. Because you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. And that is the art of his Wing Chun, aka Jeet Kune Do. Now I don't have a name for my style. But if I did, it would come from the creator of Inuyasha, who also created Rama, which is my favorite Japanese animation cartoon, would be the Williams School of Anything Goes Martial Arts. Because in the streets, anything goes. And when you train the dojo, they don't really train you for the streets. And if you can find a Junfan Lee school of Jeet Kune Do, they do train you for the streets. But there aren't a lot of MMA schools, and there aren't a lot of schools that want to not go with tradition. Tradition is great if you're in a traditional spot. If you're in a Shaolin temple, if you're in some place where no one's really trying to hurt you, that's fine. But if you're in the streets, yeah, you need to throw tradition out the window because survival is all that matters. Now, I'm going to close this out and I'm going to make a third video. But you should know, I'm not making this to support violence. I'm making this to fight against bullying. And we all need to stand up against bullying. Be seeing ya.